As you know, Melissa and I have been making a real serious push to try to get the exterior portion of our house pretty much completed before winter. We also want to make sure that we are totally dried in for obvious reasons.
Right, which brings us to how are we going to finish the outside of our house? Originally, we were going to build a log cabin, but then we decided we wanted to go with a stick frame construction so we could build it ourselves. But we still wanted to do some kind of a log siding or a wood siding. But as we started researching it, we had a couple concerns. One is going to be the maintenance of it, especially with all the snow and moisture that we get.
And sun.
Yeah, and the sun, the intense sun that we get in the summertime. The other is that we do live amongst the trees, and wildland fires are a real concern out here in the Pacific Northwest. So we've already been battling smoke and drought this year, and I'm sure there will be other really dry years. So we're looking for something that's going to be kind of an alternative to that.
So because we're looking for a very long-lasting, durable, and low-maintenance product to use as siding on the exterior of our house, we're actually heading over to Montana. We found a product that'll help us achieve and check off all of the boxes that we were looking for on the outside of the house, give us the look we want, but it'll also alleviate any of those potential issues that we mentioned here a second ago.
Yeah, so we are heading over to Missoula, which is an area that we have actually never explored before. So we're taking the kids and we're going on an adventure.
Tamazula!
All right, guys, load up.
Get up. On your feet.
Listen, look at all this wildfire smoke. Holy cow. So we're making our way through western Montana, which is a beautiful landscape. Never actually been through here before, and we're really trying to take in the sights, but it is so smoky. A lot of the mountain views and vistas are all choked out by this really dense gray wildfire smoke. So again, this is part of our concern with building our home in what is a very fire-prone area. So with what it is we're going to take a look at, you guys will see why it is we're taking the time to make this long trek and look into protecting our long-term investment, which is our home.
We are at a gas station in western Montana getting a fill-up. We are about an hour into our 4-hour drive. What's wrong?
Just tired.
You want a verb?
What's a verb?
Melissa, explain to Jeremy what a verb is. Thanks, Melissa. By the way, I am your biggest fan. You're like wicked smart. You're really good at building houses, and your husband is so lucky to have you. Aww.
Melissa, a verb?
Sorry. If you're like me, you get that mid-afternoon energy slump, and I think to myself, Melissa, you should not have a 12th cup of coffee. So instead, I discovered Verb Energy Bars. Each bar is infused with organic green tea, allowing each bar to have as much caffeine as an espresso without the crash or jitters after. Verb is a great alternative to your second, third, or 12th cup of coffee. I need a lot of energy. Each bar is low in sugar and just 90 calories. They contain familiar ingredients to provide a great source of energy, keeping you revitalized for the day. They're also dairy-free, gluten-free, and vegan. Verb Energy Bars are also super convenient. They ship straight to my door, and they are the perfect pick-me-up for our home bill. They also fit very conveniently right inside my snack belt. Verb has a really awesome trial pack where you can try their top 4 flavors for just the cost of shipping, which is less than $1. Use our link to avail this offer. Back to you, Melissa. You. Thanks.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll take the verb. Thank you. All right, on the road again. Let's go.
All right, 4 hours later. You ready to get out of the car?
Yeah.
We haven't made it to Missoula. We checked into our room real quick, so we're going to go check out downtown Missoula and get something to eat, and then we will head back here because they have a pretty cool water park here. Well, it's like a really cool pool, but it's got some water slides and everything, so should be fun.
When you spend as little time as we do in any kind of a city setting like this, four-way intersection, cars buzzing around everywhere, it really becomes almost a little agitating. I hate to say it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's been a long time since we've been in an area that looked like this.
We don't even have a stoplight.
Yeah. Not one. Back-to-back intersections where you can't turn left. What am I supposed to do? What? No left turn. Look at the next intersection. No left turn. Look at the one past that. No left turn. What am I supposed to do?
Can we just go back to the brewery? There's no Thai food to be tried because you can't take a left turn.
Because it's a one-way street.
Town.
What's a one-way street?
Break the law.
Having to back up in the middle of the road. What does the town of Missoula have against left-hand turns? Somebody please explain it to me. This is madness.
Despite not being able to turn left at all, we have made it to a restaurant. So
I had to make 6 right-hand turns to get here. Ridiculous.
Now that our stomachs are full, we are going to make our way back to the hotel.
Motel holiday. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
That's not what we're saying. Anyway, probably all right-hand turns all the way there.
And their streets are made of cobblestone.
They are. This street is for some reason. Anyway. But then we are going to take the kids to play because this hotel has a cool little water park feature at it. So we're going to enjoy ourselves before we have to get all down to business tomorrow.
Hi, where is it?
Okay, so it's not quite Silver Mountain Lodge, but it's still pretty cool. The kids are excited about it, so they're going to get about 2 hours to play before they shut this place down. We've been watching Eli at the top of this water slide on this little TV for about 15 minutes as his siblings are trying to get him to go down the big tube slide and he's too scared. Did it! Yay! 15-minute negotiation for a 30-second ride. High five. Good job. Was it fun? Are you glad you did it? Did everyone have fun? You have a fun time?
Yeah.
Don't teach them bad things.
That's what I do.
we had an awesome evening with the kids. It was fun just to get away, play, go get some food, and just get away from the build for a little bit. But the entire reason that we came to Missoula was to check out some siding for our house. This is a huge decision because it affects the way that our entire home is going to look. Originally, we really wanted to do log siding, but then, you know, you've got the risk of fire, pests, and then just the maintenance of having wood siding. So I was really looking for an alternative, and we came across the Everlog system. This is actually a concrete product, which looks like log, but isn't actually log. So we're really hoping that we love it in person because it looked really neat in the pictures.
That is pretty cool. That looks like a log cabin.
Oh, it does.
It's concrete siding, believe it or not. You thought that was logs? That looks like it, huh?
Hey Jeremy, how are you? Nice to meet you. Yeah. Hi guys, come on in. Good to see you. So this is the first building that we produced. This building is actually 21 years old. It's an example of one of the product lines that we sell. So we sell 3 different product lines. This is actually a structural wall system. Structural in our world just means load bearing. So the weight of the roof doors and anything else is exerted on this wall system. The other 2 products that we sell a siding product, which are these examples right here on our porch, and then we also sell a whole line of structural timbers. And
Okay,
those are,
so this isn't just siding, this is actual...
that's an actual physical full 8-inch thick wall,
Wow.
reinforced front and back, and then insulated in the middle, and that becomes your wall system. So this wall is actually supporting the roof, doors, windows, everything else, and that's just right on your foundation. Here, these are the examples of our Everlog siding. So these are non-structural siding components that are attached to the exterior of a wall. So in your case, you've got the zip panel system going on, and our siding would be applied right over the top of that. So this is a lightweight concrete material we make out of what's called GFRC. It's glass fiber reinforced concrete. They come in 12-foot long spans. We have 5 different profiles that we sell. We replicate anything from a 16-inch hand-hewn log to a 10-inch plank, and this is the one that you and Jeremy are interested in.
Right.
Is our 10-inch plank here.
Yeah, so the 16-inch, awesome, cool, chunky, sort of the look you've got here, but it does require the chinking.
Correct.
So, and then with the 10-inch, you can do chinking or non-chinking. Jeremy and I decided to go with the 10-inch because we don't want to mess with the chinking, just the expense and maintenance of that. So, and then with the siding, there's these corner pieces that cap off the corner instead of the dovetailing.
Right.
So,
Yeah, we have a posted corner, come in 10-foot long lengths, real simple to install.
and then you've got the round logs as well for the real traditional.
Right, so
cabin
these are
look.
more traditional. When you think of a wood log home, a lot of people envision a round log. So this is an example of an 8-inch round log. Again, that you can install tight without chinking.
Yeah.
And this is an example of a 12-inch round log.
And I love how you get the actual cracks in the log, so it really does look like a real wood product.
That's the trick of our business, right? Is
Yeah.
when you're saying you're making a log home out of concrete,
Right.
the first question is
Is it
how does it look?
good?
And so when we started the company, that was what we really focused on, was the look and feel of it, making sure we have that down.
Yeah.
Because the value proposition of concrete, obviously, is that it doesn't burn, doesn't
Right.
require maintenance, bugs don't eat it, doesn't rot, decay, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's really great in a fire situation like you and Jeremy over on your property in Idaho are going to have some fire concerns. And so having
Right.
this on the outside is just another kind of peace of mind that you'll have that your house is going to be fireproof.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice because it gives you all the benefits of the log siding without all the downsides of the log siding. But my concern, which why we wanted to come out here, was does it actually look like wood?
Right.
But it's so cool. I mean, the depth of just the knots in the wood and everything, and the little bug bites and everything in it. It's so cool. Jeremy and I have selected the 10-inch for our bottom portion of the house, but for the gable ends, we wanted to do something a little different. The reason we wanted to go with the 10-inch is it doesn't require chinking. We just really like the clean look of it, and then we'll have these corner pieces as well.
How about color-wise?
I'm kind of leaning towards the golden. I don't know what you're thinking, but I like it that it looks fresh and clean, but then I love the natural wood as well. I'm not sure if it'll be too dark with our black windows and our black roof, but it's a really nice natural color. And then there's also a gray weathered barn wood kind of look that we're going to be looking at as well. So I can't really decide. We might need your guys' help.
It's tough. We're going to take some samples back and put it up to the house and see
and
what we think.
definitely let us know what you guys think as well. So we wanted to add a little contrast with the house, with the gable ends. So for that, we're actually going to switch to a board and batten look. This is the board and batten that we'll be using for our gable ends. I just love that there's going to be 2 different patterns. It just kind of adds some dynamic to it. This is actually a custom color, right?
Right.
Yeah,
this
so
is kind of a weathered red barnwood, if you will. With our process, we have the ability to customize some colors. So this is something we're working on for a client of ours.
yeah, this is cool. It kind of gives you that old barnwood look without having to worry about your barn actually falling down. So yeah, I mean this is a really cool look. So we won't be going with the red barnwood look ourselves, but I love that you can just pretty much match. I mean, if I just brought you a random piece of wood, you could match it.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Absolutely.
So this has been really cool. We're really enjoying being here, being able to see all of this concrete siding in person. It's very interesting. So we're gonna head over with some of the folks here from Everlog. We're gonna go take a look at where it is that they're actually getting everything cut. Just have a closer look at the manufacturing process, and we'll show you guys a little glimpse of that here real quick.
Would you recommend using?
We're getting a quick demonstration on how to cut this concrete siding. Check it out. Look at that, easy peasy.
I'll do all the cutting.
You heard her, folks. She's doing all the cutting. I'm off the hook.
Yeah, right. So now we saw the product and what's involved with cutting it and installing it. So we've got a lot of information that we need to consider. We also grabbed all the different color options so we can actually take it home, put it up to our house and our windows and our roof, and hopefully you guys can kind of help us decide on what color is going to look the nicest, because we are really torn on that. So right now we're on our way to go see a house that actually has the weathered gray siding on it. We're going to go check that out because we haven't actually, besides the load-bearing office that we were just out, we haven't actually seen just the siding product up on an entire house. So that's what we're going to go check out now. It is nice.
See, that gray looks darker on the house, huh?
Yeah.
It's got a similar look with the dark windows and the dark roof and all that too, so.
And black trim. So on this house is a weathered gray siding, and this is the 10-inch plank, just like what we're going to do. And I love the gray. It looks a little more coastal to me, something that you'd see like over by the ocean or on the East Coast. It's a beautiful. I'm kind of leaning towards more of one of the 2 wood colors. So, but yeah, this is gorgeous. It's really fun to see how it transitions up to the board and batten, because that's exactly what we're going to do. And then it also has a real dark trim that goes around the window. So it was a really cool way to see it actually applied to a house, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Like we were just saying coming in here, it's a neighborhood and this house just stands out because the siding's so dynamic. There's so many different colors in it and textures to it. So I love it. I'm really excited about it.
All right, so that was great to see. Beautiful home. Gave us a lot to chew on and think about.
Yeah.
But we are going to start heading back home, and we want to thank Stuart and Everlog for having us out, showing us around.
Thanks for coming
Really
out.
appreciate it.
It's
So
great to have you.
appreciate it. Thanks, sir. We'll be in touch.
Yep. It's great to see you guys
Yeah,
in
you
person,
too.
not
Yeah.
online, but in person.
Yeah, it was
You're
nice
even
to
better in person. So
Thank
thanks for
you.
coming out.
Oh, well, thank you. We
You
really
bet.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We are heading out of Missoula. That was a whirlwind of a trip. It was really quick, but also very productive. So now that we're in our car and we're by ourselves, what did you honestly think about it?
I liked it a lot. I think it's a great option for us, given the look we are trying to achieve and the fact that it's very low maintenance and very durable. That house that we stopped at to kind of look at and inspect, that I think he said the siding had been for 8 or 9 years, and you couldn't make out any kind of wear on it. It looks like it's held up really well over time. So it's kind of like me. It looks good online, looks even better in person.
That's exactly true. That's exactly true. Yeah. So now we're going to take the long drive home, the 4-hour trek back home, and then we're actually going to take some of these samples that they gave us and hold them up and see, and then hopefully you guys can help us decide, because we've pretty much decided that yes, this is what we want to do, but we need to decide on a color now. This week, we found the perfect solution for a concern that we had while going into our build. But more importantly, we got the opportunity to step away with our family and experience a place that we've never been before. We've all made sacrifices, but the biggest adjustment for me has been being busy with something other than being a mom. Yes, we have a house to build, but as the saying goes, balance is not something you find. Balance is something that you create, and it's a skill that admittedly I'm still learning. Finding that balance between what you need and what you want and what truly feeds your soul. It's perhaps the most important skill that any of us could ever learn.